Today, we are using pastels in a painting.
What?
What are you talking about, Lance? Yeah, pastels in a painting. I'll show you. Stick around. Hey, welcome back everyone. Or if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the studio. I'm Lance and I am a painter and a photographer. And today we're going to talk about painting, but not just that, we're going to talk about using oil pastels in an oil painting. And why? Why do you do that, Lance? Well, I like to create marks, and I found it easier to use oil pastel in more of a drawing apparatus to create marks in the painting versus using a brush. And I like that. And this is the part of the painting process that I find to be more intuitive. Okay, so I'm not necessarily looking to make certain marks. I'm just gonna kind of ad lib, and I've gotten this painting to a point now where I've laid it all out, and I laid it out based on color studies that I had done and whatnot, and got all the base down. Started with some acrylic to lay in some of the patterning and whatnot, but now I've gotten to a point where I want to create some marks in the painting, and the best way for me to do that is to use oil pastel. And these things are pretty versatile. You know, you can find a variety of colors and a variety of different types and different brands, and every brand has their own little uniqueness to them. And the good thing about this when working with oil and oil pastel is it kind of works like oil paint. You can thin it with mineral spirits or something of that nature. And if you don't like it, you can paint over it, or maybe use mineral spirits to thin it and wipe it off if the underpainting is dry enough for that. But ultimately, if you mess up, you can just paint over it, and that's a nice thing. You know, that's what we're trying to accomplish here, is being able to fix mistakes that we don't like. And so this gives me the leeway to do that, but it also gives it another dynamic to the painting that I can't quite get with the brush. And yeah, so I'm going to show you that today. I'm going to work on this a little bit with some oil pastel, create some marks, and I'm going to switch over to time-lapse mode. Okay, so I've laid in some marks, and I'm a little unhappy with some of this gray that I put here. So what I'm going to do now is take a brush and some mineral spirits, and I'm going to wash this a little bit and kind of knock it back some, maybe wipe some of it off. It's nice to do that sometimes because especially on a rough surface, the pastel could not necessarily be clean, and if you take a little mineral spirits and a brush and wipe over it, then you can kind of clean those lines up a little bit and make them crisp, and which I don't necessarily want to do all the time, but sometimes it's beneficial for the marks. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back. Okay guys, that's it. That's how I use oil pastel in my oil paintings, and I wanted to give you a little sneak peek of how I do that. This is something I've been utilizing for the last 3 or 4 years in my painting process. It gives me a nice dynamic in mark making that I can't necessarily get with a brush. I think I may have mentioned that before. If you're an oil painter, then I highly recommend picking up some oil pastels and working that into your process and using those two together. If you paint with acrylic, I don't recommend this. You can use oil over top of your acrylic paint, but don't paint acrylic over top of the oil pastel when you get done. It just won't work. It's the same rule of trying to paint acrylic over top of oil. You can't do that. Make sure you lay acrylic down first and oil on top. So that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed watching me do this via the time lapse, and if you liked the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell and all that good stuff. And until next time, Stay creative. Now I'm gonna drink my beer. See you later. Well,